Now, a big NDTV impact with the Supreme Court there taking cognizance of the the street dog situation in the NCR region, and has ordered stray dogs to be put away in shelters. And this is a time frame that has been set by the Supreme Court to the tune of 8 weeks. That's the time that's been given to remove the street dogs from the streets of the Delhi NCR region and take them away to a faraway place. These are going to be dog shelters that are going to be opened by the government. And in order to know more on this, we have my colleague Anushka joining us. Anushka, there are a lot of challenges in this ruling that has, been issued by the Supreme Court. First and foremost, the kind of money that's required to set up these dog shelters, to feed the dogs, to sterilize the dogs, and so on and so forth. And also, the animal activists getting involved and, speaking their mind, many animal lovers coming forward as well, saying that this is extremely drastic to begin with.
That's right, Divya. We are seeing mixed reactions coming after the Supreme Court verdict came yesterday. We did see one protest also that happened near India Gate in Delhi. We are also seeing that a lot of people have raised the concern of whether or not this whole process is going to be humane, if the dogs are in fact sterilized or vaccinated or not, because we are seeing a blast in the population of, community dogs in, everywhere, not just in Delhi NCR, but across several other states in India. We're also joined by a few people here, who are from a society. We are also, will try to take some reactions here. Ma'am, आपका नाम क्या है?
निधि.
क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं कि कल सुप्रीम कोर्ट का वर्डिक्ट आया, and that verdict, it has clearly been mentioned that there should be proper shelters and dogs should be in fact taken care inside those shelters. So a lot of people are raising questions as to whether or not this whole process is going to be humane or not. Several of the animal activists are also, we can see that they are raising this question as to how they are going to ensure that this process is in fact followed with due diligence. So how do you feel about that?
Ma'am, as you said that yes, it has to be followed. It is like need of an hour that dogs have to be removed from the places where there are residential areas and the difficult dogs. But yes, as you said, that has to be implemented properly. In a very humane condition. We are not dog haters. We also love dogs, but then it has to be, everything has to be smooth in a very humane conditions. And it is the responsibility of the civic bodies, maintenance, civic authorities to look after it. Why at the first place they created such a menace to happen? Why they were not sterilized, vaccinated initially? Why they actually let this to happen, and it has created like a pandemic kind of a situation. Now it is their responsibility to look into it that dogs are taken care of now for our safety and for their safety.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Dr. Sehzidigi.
Ma'am, we are also seeing that there are mixed reactions coming from several people. Some people are pro-judgment, some people are anti-judgment regarding this whole, dog dilemma that we are seeing. In our campaign, we have also raised several issues from the animal activists as well as the people who have been the victims. So what is your point of view regarding this whole matter?
In my point of view is actually I'm seeing this situation in a very positive light. As you all know that in present situation in Arena, if you go through the statistics, rabies indeed had become a very vulnerable and hazardous disease. As we all know that there is no cure for rabies, so it's better to protect the human life. If we are in need of protecting the dog life, then I think so we should consider that human life indeed has more cost. So I think, and I look at it in a very positive way, because if you are sending dogs in a shelter homes, they will be taken good care of. They'll be provided with good food, good medicine, and all the shelter home facilities will be there. And as we compare these dogs, they are treated as stray, and people are like, you don't treat them stray, don't call them as stray. So this is what it is, that dogs and all in societies, they are living on bare minimum. There is no medicine, there is no facility as compared to the life they are be getting in shelter homes. So I think so that this is indeed a positive initiative which is done, positive initiative both for residents, people, citizens, as well as on the parts of dogs.
So we are getting mixed kind of reaction from the people who are living here in the society. We'll show you the visuals also of the people who have gathered here, and they have all spoken to NDTV and have in fact also said that this is going to be a positive step on this direction of dogs getting properly fed. They do not have to be in the bare minimum category, and the dogs will in fact also be properly taken care of. They will be vaccinated and they will be sterilized, and this whole dilemma as to whether or not that this is creating a menace, it will also in some way or the other get sorted. Over to you.
Right, Anushka, thank you so much for getting us those voices and getting us those details. But what is it that animal activists are saying? And on the other side, let's get you what the doctors are saying on the other side when it comes to those who have been bitten, those who have been infected by rabies, their condition, and what it can lead to. Listen in to both sides.
Sadhana, many are seeing this. Is this, displacement of dogs really a solution, and can that be achieved given the scale at which they are there everywhere?
Thank you for inviting me for the panel, Maria. I feel that the overall judgment from the Honorable Supreme Court is quite an impractical solution to the problem that we have in hand. When we are talking about dog attacks, we are already missing out the point that our population has increased. The population density in most of the cities is really high, and that is actually creating a lot of conflicts for animals. That is one thing. And the second thing is, if the emphasis is largely on the rabies death, then it means that the city and the municipality has failed in doing the vaccinations correctly. That is, every year anti-rabies vaccination has to happen for the 70% of the dog population that is there in the city. If such an activity is not being conducted, that is when you will start seeing so much of increase in rabies death. So ideally, our focus has to be on assessing what is the implementation rate of animal birth control program as well as animal anti-rabies vaccination program in Delhi, rather than thinking that we have a conflict and we will eliminate one of the species, corner them, put them somewhere without understanding the scientific and ecological impact of such a decision.
Dr. Tanmay, in several cities, in various parts of the world, we do not have this kind of a menace. How have they managed? Have they done something similar, as the Supreme Court has ordered that relocate all 10 lakh dogs across Delhi NCR?
So, first of all, when the chief judiciary of a country takes such a decision, there must be some logic that we need to understand. Implementational gaps are everywhere. Even after this particular decision, implementation gaps will be there. To answer your question, there are certain operational issues which ultimately any implication of a policy gets kind of failed by. So things related to the ineffective animal birth control, no accurate monitoring through data, as well as inadequate infrastructure are the issues which ultimately end up in not managing the situation as other countries have managed. This country having about 62 million stray dogs per the pet homelessness index, as well as WHO data, World Health Organization data showing that in India, 92 to 97% of rabies deaths, human rabies deaths are being caused by dog bites, and among them 60% from stray dogs. It's a public health concern we have to think about.